What's up, everyone? Coming at you with an early video this week because the game is on Thursday, obviously. The Bills playing the Jets, coming off big win against the Oakland Raiders. Just like I predicted, just kidding, picked them to lose. Sometimes it works out that way. As some people like to point out, the opposite of what I pick tends to happen, but I have no effect on the game whatsoever, so that's not a thing. And I picked them to beat the Bucks, but like I get it. It feels that way for me even sometimes. By the way, coming at you with the salute to service gear. This is for the November game against the Saints next Sunday. Got some other stuff too in here, but I'm not gonna pull out the closet. Just this is the hat. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Digging it. Digging the hat. Anyway. Bills are 5-2. Can we shut up with... I mean, we're obviously shutting up with the tank thing. I tried to tell you before that they weren't really rebuilding, that it wasn't a tank, that it was more of like a retooling. Can we also shut up with like the Peterman thing, honestly? Tyrod Taylor is good. Fight me if you disagree. Just whatever. Like, tell me why Tyrod Taylor isn't good. Since he started starting for the Bills, he's accounted for 56 touchdowns in, what's that, 36 games. 56 touchdowns in 36 games and 14 picks. If you can figure that out, math in your head, that's 4-1. 4 touchdowns, that's passing and rushing. There's some fumbles in there too, but I'm not including those. I should, but I'm sorry, I'm not. 4 touchdowns for every interception. Tyrod Taylor's good. Like, newsflash, he's a good player. And again, like with, reverting back to the whole rebuilding thing, like they checked the players' egos really at the door, and that is like from the top down, like Bean, McDermott, and all them. It's just amazing what can happen when the coach isn't a total doofus, right? Like I bought it. I bought Rex Ryan. I did it too. Like I was like, yes, this guy is talking mad mess. Like, I wanted to use a different word there, but like he's talking a good game, and that's yes. I'm in, Rex. He was a moron though. Like, just like this mad scientist, like sitting in there with his brother, just cooking up waves. Like, and then we'll do this. He's like Henry Winkler in The Waterboy. It's like, it's defense and offense, but like, it's like, he fakes to the right or whatever. No. He fakes to the left. No. He doesn't even fake. He thinks to fake. He pretends to fake. Or what, like, that to me, it's like Rex Ryan drawing plays on a board. That's the best way I can compare it. So now you get McDermott in there, who has a really good stranglehold on this team, I think. Like I said, checks egos at the door. Marcel Darius, see ya. I'll talk about that in a second. Like, Sammy Watkins, see ya. Ron Darby, see ya. Cardale Jones, peace. Reggie Ragland, so long. Kevon Seymour, bye-bye. Like, not that all those guys had egos or anything. A couple of them, sure. But, like, oh, you don't fit, we don't need you. You're not buying in, you're, whatever. I don't need you. I just don't need you. These are players that just like I said, I tried to tell you on Twitter, they just don't matter. The only player of those 6 that I think could help the Bills right now is Sammy Watkins. That could maybe help the Bills like on offense. Like, they could add wins. They could make a difference on the record. It would be him. The Darius thing. So what? Of course they only got a 6th-round pick for him. He's got a huge contract. He's been suspended twice. He only has 6.5 sacks since the beginning of 2015. Like, a $100 million player that doesn't really produce, that has been suspended, been sent home in the preseason, like, whatever. Bye, obviously. Of course he's gone. The writing was on the wall there. Why you're mad because we didn't get anything for him? So what? So what? You got him off the books. You got a pick for him. What did you think he was worth? According to who? You don't set the market. Madden 2018 or 17 or whatever doesn't set the market. Other teams do. They call you for these things. But yeah, like I said, like it just has no effect on the Bills' record. Like you trade these guys in the preseason. Bolden doesn't matter either. The receivers don't matter. The Bills don't need to trade for a player. Like everyone's like, well, maybe the Bills with the deadline coming up, maybe they could trade for a receiver. Why? They don't use him anyway. They have like Matthews is good, and Zay Jones is catching the ball now. Like Deontay Thompson comes in as 107. What do they need a receiver for? They got rid of a good receiver with Watkins. They don't need another one that they're not going to really use. You're going to maybe bring it. What for? It would surprise me. Maybe Bolden wants to come back. Doubt it, but like he kind of spurned you in the first place. I'm just here to say that, like, I tried to tell you in the preseason, like, watch preseason like it's preseason, and nobody could do that. Everyone had to, well, Peterman this, Peterman that, whatever. And now look, they're 5-2. They're beating the Oakland Raiders. Like I said, huge win. Raiders now 3-5. Bills 2 losses. Raiders 5 losses. That was one of the teams you were going to fight with, right? Now you have the tiebreaker, and you're 3 games ahead of them in the loss column. Denver plays Monday night against Kansas City. By the time some of you watch it, the game will probably be over, but Denver's 3-3. They could be 3-4 by the end of it. And you have the tiebreaker with them. Kansas City, probably winning that division. Pittsburgh, probably winning their division. Baltimore, not very good, right? Cincinnati has a tiebreaker against you, but they don't look like they're going to be like, I don't know, the NFC or the AFC South, like Houston might win it with Watson, who looks phenomenal. I'll give you that if you wanted to make the point to draft Watson in the first place. But like I said, Tyrod Taylor's good. I don't know if he's going to be Deshaun Watson good, but like he's good. Never going to be thrown for 400 yards. I doubt it. But the Texans, I don't know. The Titans might still be the favorite to win the division. Is Jacksonville good? They got great defense, don't get me wrong, and they just added to it. They should continue to be good on defense. Miami's not good. You got the Jets this week. You can give them their 6th loss. Not that anyone really thought they were going to the playoffs anyway. It's probably less than 1% chance, but it's there. It's on the table. Like the playoffs. Stop. Like I know, Greg, stop. What are you talking about? No, the playoffs are on the table for us, guys. Like it's right there. They're playing well on defense, and offense, even though the numbers don't really show it. What are they? I got the numbers right here. There are, and of course the computer's a little bit frozen. There we go. 25th in yards on offense, 22nd in yards on defense, but 3rd in points because they're plus 14 in turnovers. Like they don't turn the ball over. They're number 2 in the league in turnovers because the Chiefs have 1. I believe that Kareem Hunt fumble on, what was it, their first or second play this season? And Alex Smith doesn't throw interceptions. But the Bills have forced more turnovers. They're plus 14. They're just forcing turnovers left and right. Look at this. Got more numbers. Turnovers. The last couple games. 4, 3, 3, 3, 2. Didn't force any against Carolina. And then 2 against the Jets. This is insane. Is that McDermott? Like, I don't know. Like, are they being coached up to do this? Yeah, I guess they brought in some guy to show them how to like rip the ball out and to play it. You know, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to attribute that to. Good coaching, probably something to do with it. The buzzword is culture. The culture has changed. Whatever. Whatever you want to use. I feel like that's kind of an overused word. But like, maybe they changed the culture. Maybe they just, like I said, check the egos. Earlier in the video I said they check the egos at the door. Like, hey, like, this is our show. You can be a part of this show because we want you guys. We want guys who are good people and whatever, like talented people around. Like, but they're sort of sacrificing some talent in order for people to buy in, and that helps because then players see that and they're like, well, I better take this seriously because they're shipping guys out of here. Like, name guys, name brand guys that like they're treating everyone the same. There's Marcel Darius or Sammy Watkins. Like, it doesn't matter. They're treating the top end players on the roster the same as they're treating the bottom end, and I love that. Is that culture? Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. It's coaching. It's being human. It's humanitarian. I don't know. Whatever. We're 5-2. Playing the Jets, who we already beat this year, 21-12 in Week 1. Funny thing about that, the Jets game, only time all season the Bills have outgained their opponent in total yards. And only time this season, last week, they 36 yards. The Raiders outgained them by 36 yards. The Bucs outgained them by 13 yards. But still, the only time the Bills outgained their opponent was against the Jets, 408-214. And the only time the Bills had more first downs on offense than their opponent was against the Jets, 23-11. Now the Jets started 0-2, then they went on that three-game win streak, which makes really no sense. And now they have since lost 3 straight, but only by 1 score in each game, to New England, and last week to Atlanta, and the week before that, who was it? And obviously I have it up, and computers don't work when you need them to. So here we go. Oh, Miami, which they should have won. Let's be real, they should have won that game. Josh McCown gave that game away. The teams they beat Miami. They pretty much shut them out. Miami scored on the last play. They beat Jacksonville in overtime because Doug Marrone punts like a moron, and they beat Cleveland. So the Jets aren't really beating really good teams, but I don't expect them to be an easy out on Thursday. I don't know why. I think it's like the Bills off an emotional high, like a real emotional high. I bring that up all the time. I don't really like teams off the big emotional high wins. Short week, maybe they can put that behind them. Maybe it affects them. Traveling, only an hour flight, that helps. Just the Jets being at home, having already played the Bills. They might be without Mo Wilkerson. They might be without Mo Claiborne. It looks like they're going to be without Wilkerson. We'll see about Claiborne. That helps the Bills' running game, which has been on track lately. Shady's been good. Back again, $150 against the Raiders. Good. He had something like 90 of those yards came running to the left over Incognito and Glenn. Glenn would be the one. Honestly, if you're going to make a play to not trade somebody, I don't really want to trade Cordy Glenn before tomorrow's trade deadline. I think he helps them. I think it might be detrimental to the offensive line cohesion there, but I can't really make the argument that it definitely wouldn't, because Deion Dawkins could play well. Shawntel Henderson, they haven't could come in at right tackle or whatever, left tackle. I don't know. Jordan Mills is still there. They held Khalil Mack down. Where was Khalil Mack on Sunday? They've traded everybody else and it hasn't mattered. So would this matter? I don't know. I don't really want to trade Cordy Glenn. At some point, I feel like you need to have talented players. And I don't think Cordy Glenn has really done anything other than have a big contract to warrant being sent out. Anyway, like I said, I don't really expect the Jets to be a tough out. The Bills I know they won by 20 on Sunday. They just don't seem like a team that blows people out, maybe especially on the road. But Shady had a good day against them, 159 total yards in Week 1. And they held them down running the ball. I think the Jets only had 38 rushing yards in Week 1 and 187 passing yards on 39 attempts. The Jets don't have a great pass rush. They have 11 sacks in 8 games. 2 of those came against the Bills. But not that I expect Tyrod Taylor to throw for 300 yards or anything, but efficient Tyrod Taylor, last week, 20 of 27 yesterday for 165 yards. Didn't really add any on the ground and was still effective, which was good. I loved Tyrod. I loved him on Sunday. I loved him the past couple weeks. He was patient in the pocket. You can't bring him down. You can sack him a little bit, but once he starts jumping in and out, he constantly keeps his head downfield and finds guys. It's unreal. He's a good player, so stop. And he might very well be here next year. He's under contract. What do you guys think of this? I want to know how you were feeling about this team. Hit me up on Twitter, by the way. My YouTube username and Twitter handle are the same thing. You can hit me up on there. I want to know how everyone's feeling about the quarterback, about the team, about the playoffs, about the schedule coming up. Because remember, the schedule was too hard at the beginning of the season. Let me know. I'm going to pick the Bills. I'm going to pick the Bills to win. I'm going to pick the Bills to beat the Jets. I don't think it'll be by a lot. I don't know, 19-16. Sure, 19-16 Bills. 6-2? Are you kidding? Would that be a thing? Man, I'm nervous. Guys, enjoy well, enjoy your week. And above all else, go Bills!